What's cracking, y'all? Hope everyone is having a good weekend so far. I know we are running a couple minutes late. Sorry about that. I was having issues with my settings and my sinuses are killing me, so my brain decided to just, I don't know, tap out or something. But today we have some exciting stuff to go over, to do all the good stuff other than my brain being jumbled. First and foremost, Weasley is making her mod debut. So if everyone can put some hearts in the chat for her, we are so excited to have her. I am very, very happy that she is on the team now. Very, very hyped for that. The other thing that we're hype about is that Mysteries of Skull Rock, only 4 days away. We don't have very much time at all before it is in our face and it is go time. So I am pretty freaking excited to get in there and see what all is in store for us. So hopefully we can get some memories to spawn. I have a ton of pumpkins done on my farm. And yeah, we're just gonna dive into it. I'm getting my chat set up on my phone so that way I can see you guys. It's nice. I have the the studio set up now that I have my new desk and everything. Alrighty, I guess we should probably head to Forgotten Lands first. I'm gonna need more seeds. All right, looking at chat now. Hello, welcome in everyone. Welcome in Jamie. Welcome in Dan. Welcome in Mr. Left Shark. Weasley, of course. Skinny Sticks. What's up? What am I gonna rename what am I gonna name my Forgotten? I haven't really decided yet. That is something that is still on the docket for me to need to figure out. I kind of am a Forgotten hater. I get jump scared too much. I don't like being jump scared. So I think actually I probably need to sell some stuff first. Yeah, buddy. But I don't like being jump scared. So I'm not too upset about us getting a less creepy version of the Forgotten. Hopefully a less creepy version. I made so much food for my Dream Snap, y'all. And I just have it like sitting around in my inventory, and there's so freaking much. Oh, I don't need pumpkins. I need to buy pumpkin seeds. How many do I need? I think I need 600. 600 sounds about right. And before you say, wow, 600, you don't get this much money any other way. Okay, should be good. I mean, you can get money other ways. Don't get me wrong, it's very possible. They actually made coins a pretty easy thing to gather. Not upset about it. Hey Tater's mom, welcome in. Lainey, hello, hello. We all seem to run in similar circles. Isn't it wild? Isn't it so fun? I don't know. What do you need, Mickey? Oh, you got Parks Fest stuff for me, I guess? I mean, sure, we can do this in the meantime. I'll be around. I'll be running around doing stuff. What do you mean, something's blocking the way? Oh, I guess a shameless plug on this. I accidentally came to the wrong island on autopilot because I've been running up here for the last 2 days. Oops, my bad. We gotta go to the farm, not to the Dream Snap set. Oh, goody! I'm so happy that the bot is working now. I was having issues with it. It was being a butt, so that's good news. Good news all around. Okay, so we've got one memory sitting here. I figured we're probably going to need to do some cooking, but I'm just going to do a little lap so you guys can see. This is my farm. There are 1,200 plots on this farm. 600 of them are devoted to pumpkin farming for the. Oh, sheesh. I forgot to get a farming villager. Okay, let's go collect somebody and then we'll come back. But 600 of them are devoted to pumpkins. So if you want to get rich quick scheme, that's the way to do it. 600 pumpkins at a time. And beast, I mean, I guess you'll do. Are you my first choice? Probably not, but we'll live with it. All of my villagers are level 10 now, so there's nobody that needs the experience. Night butt. No, for real. Did not want to behave. It was a terrible experience. And then on top of that, my one that's in the Discord is acting up as well. And that's a totally different bot, mind you. Like, totally different one. So I was stressing because they both decided to sync up, like, for realsies being toddler siblings. And thank you so much for your kind words on my videos, Dan. I appreciate that. I just be making stuff and hopefully it helps people. That's always the goal. If I can help even, one or two people off of my videos, then they're worth it to me. So I'm always happy to be here. These lives are the fun shenanigans. This is when I don't even know what we're doing half the time. Shit just starts happening. Hmm. A lot of plot 600 to pumpkin sound resp- I mean, yeah, it's only half for the pumpkin tax. That's the way to do it. If you cook 5 pumpkins, the meal gives you more than 5 individual pumpkins. Is this true? I've never heard this before. Is this true? The things I needs to know. What are the bonuses? I'm guessing it's just more star coins. Oh, snap. Oh, I guess maybe it would help if I went to the... Are you stuck? Oh, is this about to be like bad? Is there about to be a flurry when I release you? Oh gosh. I'm scared. I'm scared, y'all. I've never accidentally trapped my companion. A new subscriber. Welcome to the Cavern family, Clarissa. I don't even know why my wells aren't working. I don't know why everything is being stressful. We're gonna go back to my house. I'm gonna empty my inventory because clearly something needs to change here. And I think we can start by making my inventory a little less bogged down. I'm also slightly concerned because I have no idea where all those bonus pumpkins went. Like, not a clue where any of those bonus pumpkins went. And that's only vaguely concerning. Just because now I feel like I'm gonna get ambushed with 1,000 pumpkins that I didn't expect or see coming or want or any of that. So that's only mildly concerning. Where the hell are my chests? I keep forgetting that I'm like in the process of trying to make my storage something decent. And so in the process of doing this, I've just torn down everything, which is fine. I mean, it's fine. I promise it's fine. Why do you have stuff in you already? My goodness. This is not what I wanted. On a Saturday? Sacrilege. Okay, you know what? That's honestly, it's good enough. At that point, it's not my problem. It's another day's problem. Okay, my storage is like 5 floors of my house, to be honest with you. It just doesn't appear that way because I just shove everything in that first room until I inevitably run out of space or shame myself into changing it. I do feel like I need a different farming companion. The beast is just not the vibe today. Wally? Let's hang out. You're cute. You can fit the vibe, Wally. Alright, are you gonna load any freaking slower? Oh! Oh, good, 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 good. Oh, friends, pause. Give me 1 second. Chill, you got your upgrade. I don't know what was going on with YouTube earlier, but it was not letting me add our new mods to the chat as actual mods. It just wanted them to live forever, not blue. And it was making me sad, and that's part of what our delay was. So I am glad that we finally got them all settled and in there and properly labeled. Ooh, pumpkins. I wonder how much money we're gonna make off of this, honestly. Because I haven't sold any of them yet. I only put stuff in my inventory. So we're gonna get to see the full haul of pumpkins and how much monies we get. Yeah, YouTube was being insane for some reason. I frankly don't know what her issue is, but hopefully she gets it together, especially before this update. I also hope that my environment, the air quality, something gets it together because these allergies are just not the ones. They're truly not the ones. I don't know why, but it's like I'm getting these sinus headaches and they're happening like right in the middle of my forehead, like at the top of my nose. And then my nose is running on top of it, so every time I go to sniffle or I don't know, freaking breathe, it just hurts. Spain without the S. Load up a few and then you take them to sort out in the house. Yeah, no, that's literally exactly what I started doing. I just got to this point where I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, I'm wasting so much time running up and down this elevator to put my stuff where it belongs every single time. And then I would bring back a lot of the same items like the wood and even my iron, coal, stone, the basics, mushrooms, things like that, other forageables. And I would find that I really didn't need to be running up every single time since I was going to end up filling it with much of the same stuff. But yeah, I think it's a smart way to do it. Definitely feels more time effective than a lot of what I've been doing in the past, which was a lot of running back and forth. But I took a little trip to Mr. Left Shark's floating island storage not too long ago, actually. And he was showing off what he's been working on. And if he's nice enough, maybe he'll let us do a tour for the channel. But I definitely think that I'm going to be taking some inspiration for my own storage island. So I'm excited to get working on that. I just think that it's going to be something that gets pushed back because of the update. I was hoping that I would get to it before, but if I do, then what's going to happen is likely I'm going to build it off video, and then I will do a walkthrough tour, show off all the different sections on video, if I do it that way. But I'm still kind of up in the air about it. Nothing's set in stone yet. If you guys have preferences and you want to give those to me, I will always take them. Oh my gosh, there's so many pumpkins. This is really how you get rich. So much clicky, 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 clicky. Ooh, nope, not yet. Don't mess up my flow now. I'm gonna hold A and then I'm not even gonna look at that. I'm gonna look at chat. It's the best part. It's the best part of farming while I'm streaming, is I actually feel like I get time to read. Oh, what the helly? Okay, apparently don't pick up all your pumpkins all at once. Only pick up like part of your pumpkins, then collect your pumpkins. Otherwise, you have to manually pick up your pumpkins like a peasant. I don't know. I'm just not about that peasant lifestyle. It's not for me's. Also, gotta love how I have my farming stuff all buffed so that way I get 4 instead of 1 when Wally drops me extras. Always say you're gonna change your ways. Oh. The chest that is accessible from everywhere. What chest is accessible from everywhere? Which one? Wait, all of your villagers are farming buddies? Okay, that's a little insane. I have like... I should do math at some point and tell y'all what my split is, but it's gotta be a good... I would say, just on guessing, like 30% of my villagers are farming, like 30% of my villagers are mining, and then I made like a... Are you... You know, keep the peace. I think if I yell, my head is going to explode. I'm really trying not to get heated right now about that. Ooh, that makes my brain hurt. Oh, it hurts so bad. I just figured that, like, I'm gonna have a headache either way. So at least this way, I have a headache and I'm hanging out with people. Instead of having a headache and just being a sad sack of potatoes. You know what? Honestly, our memory count is so much better than it has been. The first round that I did of this, I got 0 memories. I don't even know how that's... I don't even know. I didn't think it was possible to farm 600 pumpkins and not get any memories, but I did it last time. So at least it's balancing out now that I'm actually trying to save them on purpose for the update. That's always what gets me, is I always run out of memories. I get like so close and then I'm always 2, 3, 4 off. Something stupid. Something minuscule. Something that was super preventable had I just done a little bit more. Okay, run, run, run. Run, run, run. Run, run, run. Run, run, run. I'm so fast. I'm like freaking Lightning McQueen. Do another lap. Whoa. Alright. That's how I hype up my toddler when he starts running around. I've got the announcer play-by-plays on the lock. I feel like it's a skill that you learn whether you like it or not. Okay, that is a lot of pumpkins already, and we're only halfway. Are we even halfway? Yeah. Yeah, we're only halfway done. Luckily, we're going to get rid of these seeds, so there's not going to be much of a reason to, Oh, that's terrible. On top of that, it was raining, so only that one is watered right now. Oh, it hurts my soul. Did I set a light goal? Oh, no, I did not set a light goal. I forgot. I will set a light goal. Don't tempt me with a good time. Zero memories is diabolical. That's what I said. I said that was ridiculous. Who are they? How dare they? What kind of algorithm is this? Who are you working for? Why do you hate me? Just so many questions. So many. Also, y'all, I feel like I'm obligated to inform you that right before I started stream, I did in fact crack a Red Bull. Not a Red Bull, an Alani. An energy drink nonetheless. They're shaped the same. So, to that, I say cheers. Because who doesn't want an energy drink at 1:23 p.m.? This is the prime time for an energy drink. Why do I need to eat? You know, I ask this question in real life too sometimes. Sometimes I just don't feel like cooking or I don't feel like eating. It just seems like such a chore. And I'm like, who decided that we needed to do this? Who decided that as human beings, this was a part of the program? Do ancient gardener square? What does thou mean? What does one mean by I should do the ancient gardener squares? Hadger's at 11 and you're already crashing? That's like me numbers. I will drink one and I will go to bed. I think the... Speaking of diabolical, Weasley, I think the diabolical thing that I should probably get shamed for is my caffeine addiction is so bad. I can quite literally have a triple shot of espresso and then take a nap. I could drink a Red Bull like it's a soda just because I like the flavor and it doesn't give me the energy hype that most people are used to. I mean, is that a caffeine addiction or is that the ADHD? I don't know. Honestly, at this point, both could be true because I've been drinking caffeine consistently since I was very young. I'm missing something. Oh my gosh, over here. What the? I was like, these numbers are not right. Something's not right here. But what I was saying is that I've been drinking caffeine for a long time in large amounts against my doctor's wishes. So, on that front, it could just as much be the caffeine addiction as it is the ADHD as the reason for why it does nothing for me other than keep me from going absolutely insane and screaming at people. Drinking your water now? I'm very proud of you. Yes. Hydrate, 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 or dihydrate. And we do not dihydrate around here. There's too much water influence in the aesthetic of this freaking channel for people to be dehydrated around here. Y'all, do not disappoint me. Drink your water. Get a motivational cup if you have to. I don't know, something. Ooh. Ooh, that's hitting. That is good. All right. It is Cherry Twist by Alani New. Hashtag not spawn. But if they want to, I almost always have one of these or a Red Bull on my desk, so. It's the fuel of gamers. Trying to cut back. Yeah, I get that. My mother-in-law, when I first started dating my husband, she drank Red Bulls, and now she doesn't anymore. And I know a lot of people that have either cut caffeine out of their life or cut back the amount of caffeine that they intake. And it's probably a good idea. My heart doctor seems like he's going to have a heart attack every time I tell him about my caffeine intake. So there's probably something wrong with me. It's probably me. I'm probably the problem. If we're just being honest here. Surprising you're still surviving on 1 cup of coffee from 8 a.m. Oh my gosh, I would never. I could never. I had a cup of coffee this morning Then my kiddo actually went to hang out with his grandparents and his great grandparents for the day. So he is off on an adventure that I stayed home from, which, fine by me. It's like a staycation or something. It's definitely peaceful. Nobody has tried to put their hands in my drink today. So I count that as a victory. Now I'm on an energy drink, of course, so that one cup was definitely not gonna make it work. Kidney stones made you drop it for 3 years. Had another kid, started back on caffeine. Hope your water cancels your one a day out. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I have I not kidney stones, but I have a friend from my hometown who has some kidney issues. And I know, like, she would kill me for saying this, but she literally drinks Dr. Pepper like an addict. Like, when I tell you, like, an addict, it's so bad. But I love her. And I love her devotion to the Dr. Pepper. Yeah. I'm familiar with the logic of, if I just drink enough water, it'll be fine. And I mean, hey, she's been fine, so maybe that's all you need. You just need the water. I know nothing about kidney issues, frankly. I just know that she has survived her Dr. Pepper addiction, so I suppose that there's definitely ways to manage it if you enjoy it. Well, okay, so that's halfway. Type. That's a good chunk of pumpkins. That's what I'm talking about. How many memories are we so far? How many memories deep are we? 1, 2, 3. That's it? Okay. It's fine, I guess. Here, I guess I'll eat real quick. If I have to. Y'all, what should I put in those middle sections? That's like the only thing that I haven't decorated yet. But they're kind of bothering me now that I'm actually up here looking at them. No, don't look at me. Wow, Wally. Quite the haul, sir. Good work, good fella. I'm just trying to predict about how many memories I even think they're gonna call for on the star path, to be honest with y'all. I mean, I think it was like 40 last time in total between all of them, because there was a few that were 5, there was a few that were 10, and then I think there was one at the end that was for 15. Is that good math? Is that bad math? I have no idea. I would have to look it up. I know I have a tracker list of all the duties that we've had. I just can't remember for the life of me. Oh no, I wasn't fast enough, I guess. I just can't remember for the life of me what the exact numbers are. Pretty good at estimates. I'm not so great at remembering exactsies. So I've got like 1,500 notebooks like a mad scientist. Can drink coffee, energy drinks, can still nap. Yup, that's the way. I'm telling you, it's like, it's a skill, honestly. Whenever my mom would complain about me doing stuff like that, she would be like, I don't even know why you're drinking it if you don't need it. You're just killing your heart for fun. And I would tell her not to be jealous that she can't be stronger than the caffeine. Oh, goodness. Rather give birth again than have kidney stones again? Dang. You know, honestly, fair. What I will say, though, is that my birth experience having my son was pretty terrible. for multiple reasons, many reasons. Partially some good old medical negligence and neglect, and just in general by a poorly ran hospital. But otherwise, it was pretty decent. My baby was so squishy. He was so tiny. It's still insane to think about, especially as they get older. And I think it more so hits if it's your first one, because you realize it all for the first time, that there's this whole living, breathing person that is out there existing, living their life, making memories, having experiences, trying new things, just being a human being. And then I think about it and I'm like, 2 years ago, you were physically attached to me in my body. You were literally just in my system. That's insane. Gaming Grin Lisa, welcome in. How are you, my friend? And honestly, it wasn't the labor that was bad. It was the actually giving birth part. Like, my labor was fine. That was all fine. It wasn't until they came in and they were like, my doctor said, how many centimeters dilated do you think you are? I said, well, hopefully 10, because at that point I had been in labor for like 30 hours, but it wasn't a bad labor. It was just long. And then he said, close enough, good enough for me, and then made me start pushing, and then my hip went out of socket. It was so crazy. It was so crazy. But then that is where things got wild. But I will spare you all the details, because that is not something that I think needs to be talked about over Dreamlight Valley. But yeah, it was just insane. It was just insane. And the labor part was definitely not even the bad part. I felt like the labor part was very empowering. The birth part was like the scary, I never want to do that again part. Like the actually, like when it was go time was what I do not ever want to do again. And part of why there's a good chance that my child will end up being an only child. I mean, that and a multitude of other things. I'm not the genetically healthiest person, unfortunately, and while I got extremely lucky that my kiddo is healthy for the time being, because, you know, anything can change in an instant, but while I'm incredibly lucky and incredibly blessed that he is all good, I don't know that I would get that lucky twice. And it's almost like lightning striking, where I'm like, I don't know if it's going to strike the same spot twice. And that in itself makes me really, really nervous. Because I love my boys so much. And if I know that the outcome is going to be something that's just going to be hard for everyone involved, potentially even the additional child, you know, because I wouldn't want any child to struggle with anything. I don't know. I think it's one of those things. It's like you gotta like weigh in and balance so many things when you choose to have kids. They're so complex and it's such a commitment. And being a mom is one of the most insane, most rewarding, most exhausting, most fun, most terrifying experiences of my life. And I feel like I'm still in the trenches in many ways since my kiddo is still so young. But there's also a part of me where I'm like, by the time that he's 5 or 6, though, am I going to want to turn around and come back to this part of life? Or am I going to be like, man, my one kid's raised and I'm ready to be donezo for good and not have to care for a baby and wipe a butt again? Well, at least not until potential grandkids. But I mean, even then, I get what? A good 30-year break, 20-year break, something? 2 decades of not having to wipe anyone's butt? I'll take it. I'll take it. I was telling my husband, because we're planning a trip for our anniversary this fall, that I think the most exciting thing for me is going to be waking up and not having toddler hands in my face, or a toddler breathing in my face going, "Hi, hi, hi, morning, hi." Because while I love it and it's the sweetest thing to wake up to every single morning, sometimes before the sun is even out, a quiet morning would be very, very nice. I don't know if I sound crazy for that. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Ah! Guys, too many pumpkins. It's okay. Well, that'll at least clear up some space. Maybe we can get these picked up. Can we at least clear these ones? Get this out of the way. Because I'm hoping that if I can do this in one trip. I did it in one trip before. Maybe I just have a super juicy pumpkin haul. What's wrong with that one pumpkin? Why could I pick up the other one, but I can't pick up... This feels like pumpkin discrimination. I don't like it. I don't want to be a part of this. I feel like I'm wronging pumpkins out here. Cinderella would be angry. The fairy godmother would be angry. Somebody's getting a lawyer. I don't know. No, a quiet morning with no kids. That's the kicker, is that my kiddo would stay with my mother-in-law and my father-in-law. And so we would be getting away for like 3 or 4 days by ourselves. So that's why it would be like so insanely peaceful. I also wouldn't have him in my bed kicking me in the spine all night. Oh my gosh, guys. It's basically like, that's basically a resort. That's basically a resort. I'm checking chat right now, just so you guys know. I'm like catching up. I'm seeing if there's anything that I missed. Love my circle bottle. They have so many flavors. Oh my gosh. Is that the... No, Air Up is the one that I'm thinking of. Maybe. I think the Air Up brand is the one that I'm thinking of. But my husband has one of those. They did like a promo with Game Theory, which, if you don't already know this about me, I'm like the biggest freaking game theory, food theory fan. Specifically food theory and style theory now. But I also like game theory. I don't know. I go back and forth depending on what I'm interested in at the time, but I'm always, always, always on food theory. But they did a like Air Up promo thing, sponsorship, collaboration, I don't know. But they did that and my husband got one. And he likes it. I tried it. I can't do it. I would rather have plain water, but I'm like a water connoisseur. I will drink 5 different bottles of water that are labeled the exact same and tell you that they all taste different. And I'll be able to like tell you down to which one's the freshest. I'm ridiculous with it. But I think that also comes to my mom when I was a kid, did not let me drink anything that wasn't water until I was like, I don't know, probably like 10. I was pretty old. It was like only apple juice and water. I couldn't have, like, I didn't know even like what a sip of soda tasted like. I didn't know what, like a lot of different drinks and stuff tasted like. So when I got older and then I had like all these different options for drinks, I was like, I like black coffee and I'll take a water. No ice preferably. I don't like the cold. But yeah. I'm not a flavored water girly. I also, you know what is like, I'm the biggest hater of sparkling water. Like, people gotta keep their LaCroix, their whatever the other brands are these days. I don't even keep up on it because I think they're all disgusting. But I'm a sparkling water freaking hater. No, 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 no. 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 Just the regular one with like goofy stall. Tisk tisk. Here we go. Lovely, lovely. We're gonna sell it all. Well, most of it. um, Somebody can write down what the total ends up being, and we'll figure out what the actual number is. There's so many pumpkins in my inventory right now. This is insane. This is bananas. You know what? I'm gonna keep my 4. Yeah. So we got 1 milli. 1 million pumpkins. This is how you get rich in Dreamlight Valley. And then we'll see how much the rest ends up being. Shouldn't be too much more, I don't think. I think there's only the one section left. You have a 5-year age gap between your boys. Yeah, I think when we initially had like talked about everything, we had said something along the lines of like 3 to 5 years would be perfect if we were to have multiple kiddos. And then I just had like such a traumatic experience, like physically giving birth, like with that part of it, that I was like, you know, if I go in and I have a scheduled C-section and I know like exactly what's going to happen ahead of time, and there's not like all the potential room. I mean, there's always room for things to happen or things to change, but without so much variability, I was debating on if it might be just a better experience. Also, just knowing what to expect, since it's not my first time being pregnant or my first time giving birth. No, I'm not pregnant right now. I'm saying it hypothetically in the future. There are no cavern babies happening right now. That's for darn sure. Definitely, I think not in the next year. You're going to be like, I wish he was here. Okay, that's literally what my mom said. I was telling my mom, and she was like, yeah, good luck with that, because the first time that I ever tried to take a weekend trip away from you girls, referring to me and my sisters, and mind you, my sisters were 9 and 12 years younger than me. So, like, her oldest at that point, like, was a good 15 by the time she actually did stuff like that. And she tried to take a weekend trip, and I remember she came back, I want to say, like 2 days early, because they were initially supposed to leave on Thursday and come back on Tuesday, and they had taken off like the full like 4-day weekend time, and then they ended up coming back on Sunday instead of Tuesday. And my mom was like, I just missed you guys. And then she came back and then proceeded to stare at us. Like, just stare at us. And she was like, I just missed your faces so much. And I remember thinking, I remember being a teenager and being like, oh my gosh, she is deranged. Like, who would do that? But I also am the same person, because I'll go to the store and I'll come back from literally grocery shopping. But occasionally my kiddo will hang back and, you know, play with his cousins, or just, you know, not necessarily run every single errand with us or with me. And so I'll be like in the middle of the frozen section looking at like pizza rolls, and it'll make me think of him. Or I'll see the chicken nuggets and I'll be like, I miss my boy. He would love these. Like, he's dead, but he's not. He's perfectly well and fine and healthy. And so, like, he's just at home, but I'm, like, grieving his absence, even though he's, like, 20 minutes away. No, literally, she was not deranged. She does just love me. But I thought that at 15, there was no way you were going to convince me that she was anything less than crazy. I had no idea. I had a rude awakening to come my way and a adorable little boy to make me see the light. Long click and it selects all stacks. What? What is this witchcraft you speak of? What do you mean long press? Long click. You jumped straight to black coffee? Okay, in my defense, I did not jump like straight to black coffee. I do like caramel. That's like my weakness. Like caramel flavored anything. You want to abduct me? Yeah, van open doors, macarons out the back. Caramel ones specifically. But caramel frappuccinos at Starbucks were what got me when I was a kid. And then I liked the coffee flavor. I was like, what's that other thing in here? Like, not the caramel flavor. What's that other flavor? And my mom looked at me and she said, coffee? The stuff that I take out of mine? That you just get and never took out for some reason? I said, oh, yeah, I like it. And then I jumped on black coffee because I realized I just really liked the flavor. And then I got into all the roasting stuff and everything else. And then I worked at Starbucks for 5 years and basically made it my entire personality that I could make a damn good cup of coffee. And I think it's still a good 30% of my personality that I can make a damn good cup of coffee. And that if you want coffee, I'm your go-to. I mean, it was so bad that all of the coffee shops in my town shut down during the pandemic, but I was home from work from one of those coffee shops. And so when things were going crazy, I would make coffee. I got all the stuff and we were allowed to take home a bunch of product because they were going to have to throw it away because we were closing down for 6 weeks. And so they gave us a bunch of product and I basically ran a mini Starbucks out my back porch for all the high schoolers that were stuck at home. We had very strict rules about like what people could do. And, like, they had to be masked. It was outside. They walked up. They grabbed the cup. They left. And if, like, they wanted to leave donations, there was a family in my neighborhood that had to deal with one of their family members getting hospitalized from COVID. So we donated some monies. But it was fun. It was really fun. Do I want to do all this? I think I need to cook. I definitely think I need to cook. So what was this allure about long pressing and this allure about cooking 5 pumpkins? Well, I guess first and foremost, I should probably cook 5 of these because I'm going to need them to give to people at some point in the future. I guess I could also, what is it, pumpkin puffs? Isn't that what people are always cooking for monies? I'm just thinking that this is an extra step that could help us get memories, honestly. To be so real. But yeah, no, I'm a huge coffee lover. There are so many places that I want to go just because I heard that they have a cool coffee shop. See, yeah, I could totally do this. Is this like a lot? I love how fast it is up on the floating island. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That was 40 in like not even 30 seconds. That's the way. I did run out of stuff though. What does that mean? What do I need? I think it was cheese. Cheese and eggs. Oh, snap. Yeah. Eggs and cheese. I guess how many do I have? 50. That's 350 basically. Basically 350 pumpkins. Nope, exactly 350 pumpkins. Dang. We getting rich today. Oh my gosh. I'm still not used to my Remy's being in the meadow. I keep going to the glade and then look at it. It's empty. Well, I mean, it's not empty, but it's empty. It's void of what I need. It's not anything actually helpful. You come here. Come here and take some cupcakes, actually. On that note. Five pumpkins, not puffs. What do you mean? Oh, just cook them? Also, you gotta stop doing that. You can't... Every time I go... I just don't know what's happening anymore. Mr. Left Shark pokes me and is like... It reminds me of that commercial where, you know that, that guy has the dollar on the fishing pole and he's like, you gotta be quicker than that. I imagine Mr. Left Shark like that, but with a super chat and being like, you gotta be smarter than that. Because the timing is always when I'm doing something stupid. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love being bullied by my community. I feel so loved. I love you all. Oh, man. Get back here, you big blue monster. Yeah, take a cupcake. Shut up. Calm down, Twinkle Toes. Do. I missed, oh my gosh, I missed you come in. How are you doing today, Martha? I hope you're having a good day. Gonna lurk around while doing your evening routine, hence be busy so won't chat, but I'm lurking in the shadows somewhere. Oh my gosh, perfect. I love that. Well, welcome in and have a great time hanging out. I don't even think I have an explanation for what's happening during today's stream. It's just chaos is consuming us, and I'm just letting it happen. I'm not stopping it. I don't have plans to stop it. What did I say? 350? 300 and... Oh, man. Oh, man. I hate when I do that. When I buy, like, the wrong numbers of stuff. Because hypothetically, if I buy all of this right now, then my main storage should be fine. Okay, yes, I hear you about just cooking them, but, like, that's so boring. Like, I'm hearing boring things. I want to be fun. I want to test my skills and make some puffs. I do need cheese. I need cheese for my puffs. Dang it. Oh, look, a button. Wow. Speaking of, you know what? Are there... I think I need, like, one more rabbit. While we're here. Not here today. Not here today. All day. Not here today. I think I already fed those ones. Dang it. Oh, wait a minute. You can take a cupcake. Come here. I'm sure you're hungry. After all that time in the fields, little bot. I wish we could cook out history because that would make the five pumpkins so much easier. Yeah, see, that's my thing. Like, I'm not going to sit here and just click on those pumpkins 1,000 times. I think it's a great idea. It probably will make me more money in the long term, but I'm paying for convenience. That's what the cheese and eggs were. It really was me paying for convenience. Because now I can just do a preset 350 times, hopefully get a good handful of memories in that. And then technically I think that'll also stretch them further because I'll have more opportunities to cook, which is more opportunities to get memories. And frankly, that's what this is about because I don't need the money like that. I mean, I have what, like 96, 97 million right now. So that's kind of crazy in itself. Oh, I got to return to Mickey at some point, but where is he? Oh, I guess you're not that far. Come here real quick. Come here. And then we'll go finish our cooking. So somebody's going to have to explain to me how memories work. So explain to me like I'm 5 because for how much I do feel like I know about this game, I do not know jack about how the actual memory spawning works and how all of that goes down. So I know that I still have a lot of memories that I need to do, but I also see a lot of duplicates. But I think that's because I do a lot of the same stuff when I'm getting memories. So I think I'm just seeing like a lot of the same memory types, but I'm not seeing the other ones from the other activities, if that makes sense. Like, let's look at them. I'll explain what I mean. After I scroll through the 900 journal entries that nobody asked for. Yeah, so these ones, I have so many of my gardening ones, and then like my night thorns, but then like these cooking ones, I don't have a bunch of. So then my question is if I run around with Wally / if I keep Wally with me while I'm cooking, does that mean that I'm going to have a better chance of getting like these ones filled out? Since I know, or do I not, does it not correlate like that? I genuinely know barely anything about the memories, so I'm just curious. Did I put that Alice well in my Alice build in the meadow? I did not. I have the spring well down with a bunch of flowers next to the flower shop. I don't have the Alice well down, but I should. I should have possibly considered that because I don't know where else I would use it. But I do have the well skin. Farm mist and use the auto cookers. Laziest money farming ever. I mean, valid. Don't think having a buddy matters with the memories. Alright, well, either way, he's still with me. We'll test it because at least I know that if it does do anything, hypothetically, if that is something that would potentially affect it, then at least this way I know that little dude could be possibly helping me. They're random. I see. Okay. Y'all ready for pumpkin puffs for days? Oh. Pumpkin puffs. Goodness gracious. This is quite the experience. 1 cooking orb per 100 meals. Well, we'll see. I only had one sitting over here. And I'm doing 350. So what would that make? Like 3 to 4, I guess? Like 3.5? And granted, those are just statistics. Because technically each one has a chance, has the same chance. So you could have like much better odds on like a particularly given day. You could also go through like 400 and not see anything. Or, you know, you could be me. You could farm 600 pumpkins and not see a damn memory the entire time. That is possible too. It's real. Happens to the best of us. What do you mean I don't have enough coal? Are you kidding? That's my limitation? That's where... Yeah, so I've already grabbed my 3, and I still have a little over 100 to go, so... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how many it actually ends up placing out to be. I guess we have to go back to the freaking peaceful meadow again. Oh, my eye twitching. Yeah, see, this is what I have going on. I have the fairy set. Should I change it? I mean, I'm always down for a little tweaking, a little reorganizing. Not the eye twitch. Hey. That is just, I think that's something I seriously developed as a mom. Sometimes I like feel like I'm incapable of actually getting fully angry about things, and my eye starts twitching. Like I can't express it in any other way, but my eye, ooh, she'll be twitching. She'll just be going wild. Okay, back to the island for the 15th time. Also, what's your idea, Mr. Left Shark? Welcome in, Lady Phoebes. By the way. RNG is a beast. She gives and she takes, mainly takes. Yeah, no. Look, I don't only play cozy games. I don't. It's true. I also dabble in other fronts, but in my journeys across the horizons, what I can say is that RNG, she's rarely anyone's friend. She's a devious mistress. You can sit there and you can pray to her. You can sit there and you can try to beef her up. You can try to sweet talk her. But at the end of the day, she's a brutal, brutal beast. And she will slay you if you are not careful. I feel like this is going way too slow. Oh, okay. Hear me out. The Maleficent quest will give you a moment where you can move around in the Library of Lore before starting the scene where she disappears. You can use her in her dreams now before anyone else. You know, I could. These are possibilities. I hear you. Yeah. Yeah, because we just had that blue one. All these ones that are over there are new. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Every time I back out and I go to, like, be creepy on my memories and see if I No, not pumpkin. Oh my gosh. Why do I always do this? I'm like, yeah, pumpkins. That makes sense. I'm looking for anything with a pumpkin. No. Oh. Just Uno pumpkin. You know what? Lady RNG is not being a terrible mistress today. I am gonna save like 10 eggs because, it's fine. Wow. Just how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15. I feel like that's definitely not enough. Good thing I have all of these over here. How many? 2. Okay. Trying to think. Because that's going to be 200 of these at least. And that's not counting the extra I'm going to get from Wally. And then I'll be able to turn all of this rice into crackers. Which can then also help spawn memories. Because my biggest concern right now for this new update, in all honesty, is having memories sitting around. That is what I don't want to sit around waiting on. That's what I do not want to mess with. That's what I have no desire to be fooling with when update 17 comes around. Like, if I have to go pick up some resources, I'll be okay. Like, I'm a big girl, I can do it. If I have to, go fish or like go mining, I'll figure it out. Like, there's going to be a whole star path of things that I will need to get done. Like, I'm sure if I run out of resources, I'll be okay. But I do not want to be short on Dreamlight, which is not a problem. I don't want to be short on memories because those are something that can slow you down if you're not ready for them. And then I think I'm going to have plots set up either the day before or maybe a couple days before, just depending on when I get around to it, with like, I'm gonna see if I can predict the plants that they may try to have us grow. I just think that this time, with all of the commentary about last time's star path, I'm a little bit nervous. I think it's like a pendulum, okay? And so when we complained that the star path was too easy and it was like, people were complaining about wanting more content, right? We got a lot of tasks that came to the stage that were time gated, that were just meant to slow us down in various ways. So like the memories, like when those were new, like who the hell just had memories sitting around at that point? Like there were very few people that just had a trove of memories sitting around waiting to be opened. There was a lot more people that had hella night thorns, but then we got like 2 night thorn quests, and then most of our quests ended up being to get these memories. So I think that they're watching how we play and they're adjusting to it. So there's also a part of me that feels like the planting, it went away for a while, having us plant and harvest specific stuff, and then it came back. It was not a part of quite a few star paths, and then now it was a thing that popped up again in this most recent one. So there's a part of me that does think that we might be getting gated with these kinds of quests rather than potentially getting gated with as many of the gifting or the chatting ones, since people like to complain about those specifically. But I think that this is definitely, we're going into a new season in Dreamlight Valley. And I think that there's a lot of things that are going to start changing, and a lot of our systems are going to start feeling like they're broken. And a lot of people that felt like they knew what was going on are going to suddenly start to feel like they're a little bit lost. And I think that we're just seeing like a new meta almost come into the stage for dream snaps, for star path tasks, for everything. I think it's just, we're seeing a major like dreamlight cultural shift. I don't know, just a thought. Just something that I was thinking about. Hmm. I'll come back for you. Yeah, I'll come back for you. You'll be fine. My one lowly button. Yeah, I don't have any seeds left. See if I can't. Oh my gosh, there's so much. I guess I'll go to drop everything off real quick first and see what's going on in chat. Wheat is faster than rice for crackers. Yeah, I know that wheat is faster than rice for crackers, but I needed rice anyway, and I just get so much off of my farm and I have issues, so I don't ever grow a reasonable amount of anything. So I'm gonna keep some for my storage, but I'm also just gonna have like however much extra rice that I just picked that I'm gonna need to do something with. So I figured that at least the rice would be good crackers as like a backup to use as well. You know, I don't know. Multitasking, right? That's kind of what I was thinking. It could be a good opportunity to kind of kill two birds with one stone. If you get what I'm saying. All right. There's a half a milli. Oh my gosh. How many is this? Hold on. 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 50, 974. Good Lord. For what? This is what I'm talking about. Like, do I need that? Do I need that actually in my chest, in my storage system? Probably not. But it could be good for making crackers, I guess. And speaking of, that means I'm going to need like 900 coal. All right. This may seem ridiculous to anyone viewing from the outside, but yes. Yes, I did just buy over 1,000 pieces of coal casually from Kristoff. Unbothered. It's fine. That's why we grow the pumpkins to begin with. Is farming the best way to get memory orbs? Look, I'm going to be so honest with you. When it comes to these memory orbs, like I know nothing. I should not be listened to. I should not have an opinion. I tend to keep my mouth shut when topics of memories and memory orbs come to the stage unless I'm leaking upcoming memories that we're going to see. But other than that, I don't really like... I don't know. I don't really know how they work. I'm kind of just as much a victim of the system as the rest of y'all are with that. They're not something that I have taken a lot of time and really gotten involved with. Farming wheat and cooking crackers is the fastest way to get memories. I mean, yeah, that probably is just on like the baseline of like how quickly you can actually like get stuff done. The wheat does grow very fast. Crackers are like it's the exact same thing as what I'm doing right now with the rice. You just it's one item. So even if you're doing it on a non floating island, non Vizier table, and you don't have this ability to be this quick with it, because frankly, this is the only place that I can do this fast, and the only conditions I can do this fast. Everywhere else, this would be taking just ages longer. But you actively farm them? I don't know that I have any questions. I think to be so real with you, I know so much about so many aspects of this game because I've done research, or because, creating content, or just being generally curious about things. I feel like I've done so much deep diving and spent so much time learning how to optimize this game that memories are they're my fun. They're my random. I can't be any better at I can probably be better at it, but I don't want to know it too much. I want that mystery to be there. I want that almost whimsical joy of finding a new piece to stay alive, because I don't know how it works and I don't know why I'm getting new pieces, and I'm excited when I do. And so I think it's one of those things that's my childlike joy coming alive, really keeping the essence of Dreamlight Valley alive. Have a great night. Have the best sleep. Thank you so much for lurking and hanging out. It's always a joy to hang out with y'all, whether it's for 5 minutes or 5 hours, or, I don't know about 5 hours. That's kind of long. I don't know that I could sit here for 5 hours. I think by then my attention span would be gone and I would at least need to take a break. I have no idea how people do those streamathons and the long streams, the all day things. I debated, because my birthday is at the end of July, on doing a big stream for my birthday, especially because my birthday is on reset day, so it would be on a Wednesday. But then I thought about it and I was like, we would need to take so many breaks. My brain would absolutely combust. I think I would cry by the end of the day just from being overwhelmed. I love our 3 hours. Our 2 to 3 hours. It's so crispy. It's so nice. It's so perfect. I feel so good, so refreshed after leaving our streams. It's always so nice to get to hang out with y'all and chat with y'all. From over the pond. Yeah, I guess it is kind of crazy. You're saying goodnight and it's 2:20 p.m. It's good night for an afternoon nap if I was going to bed. Let it happen as it happens. Exactly. You get it, Lady Phoebes. Oh, snap. I'm breaking into my wheat storage. No, that's bad. That's bad. That's not what we want. Does that mean... Good Lord, how much wheat do I have sitting around? Also, yay, we've upped our memories. That's good. It's very good. Okay. I do need to figure out why... Because I still have 150, 180 basically. I guess, no, that's probably a good amount to save. I'll keep the rest. Yeah, I'll keep the rest. I just don't feel like messing with it because it's trying to make it go back and forth, and that's going to absolutely break my brain. Oh, snaps. Thank you so much for the super chat. Also, what's the new light goal? I don't know. What do you guys want the new light goal to be? What is our current numbers? Uno momento, let's see. Let's look. Let's tab out. Let's see what's happening over yonder. Not you guys bullying me with the super chats at this point. Alright, I got you guys. Is this like, what is that number? Why is my brain not braining? Is that say 19? Okay, I'm gonna put, let's do 30. Yeah, look, I feel like bullying me is probably the best way to go about doing anything in life. All in good fun, as long as there's no malicious intent behind it. I'm all for good fun. I think we can do 30. I think we can do 30. And there we go. Now it's all pinned and it's all everything. There we go. Oh gosh. 28 on the live. Oh my goodness, that's so many people. Hello, welcome in everyone, whether you are lurking or you are joining into chat or, you know, you're just getting here for the shenanigans. You are in for a treat. We've got a whole bunch of potatoes to pick. Oh, my brain has nothing to... Look, you know what? Blame me for not picking up my energy drink. It only has maybe a third out of it, and I think the lack of caffeine is making my brain just not work. Because while it doesn't give me energy, I think what it does is makes everything go in one consistent line. Rather than my brain being a mumbo-jumbo of nonsense. A sip command? I probably do need a sip command. Hey, I told y'all, I said if you guys have command suggestions, my darling mods, you know where to put them. You know where to harass me. Potatoes! Look at all these potatoes. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I think I'm also going a little bit crazy because there's a part of me that even when I'm streaming, unless it's like late at night, most of the time, even if y'all can't hear him, I can at least hear the remnants of my kid like playing in the other room or something like that. This is like, I can count on one hand the number of times he's actually gone somewhere out of the house without me and not been in the house or on the property. So there's a part of me right now where I think my brain is also glitching out because my child is not here, and I keep like trying to listen for him or trying to see if I can hear something, and he's just not there because he's not here. Like, he's safe in another location. He's just not here. So of course I'm not going to hear anything. But I think it's making my brain go crazy. Potatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Where have I heard that before? I feel like I've heard that somewhere around Tanny's parts. Tanny's part of the internet. Over yonder. Oh, well. Shiitake mushrooms. What are we going to do about that? You know, if I just Can I just put a chest down and make these potatoes my problem for another time, another day? Can these be another ketos issue? I think they need to be. I think they're gonna be. Oh, oh, oh. We're just gonna put everything. Actually, you know what? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put all the food that I need to go sell. Because ain't nobody keeping all these crackers for nothing. What you gonna do with all them crackers? Guys, I'm so upset that I don't have the opportunity to raise chickens. Like, if you want me to be completely honest with you, like, I think that's the only thing about Dreamlight Valley that upsets me, is that there's no chicken coop. There's none. Hey is pinned in my shop right now. But that's not a chicken with a chicken coop. That's a hey. That's a very different thing. I need chickens. Bok chickens. Lord of the Rings Samwise. Where have I heard that before? Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys want some keto lore? You guys want to hear about me in another life? And by in another life, I mean like me before children and before being married. And actually, I think, before I ever even knew my husband. So there was a time when I used to be like super into D&D. And like, I mean, I had a group of people that like we would meet up and we would do our sessions, and like it's all that stuff you hear about, you know, those like 10-hour sessions, ordering pizza like twice, and they're coming back and they're like, are you sure that we're supposed to be at the right house? And we're like, yes. And they're like, okay, well, we're just checking because this is the second order to this address today. And we're like, yeah, we know, we've been here the whole time, we ran out, we needed more, thank you. Here's a good tip. Bye. Please don't judge us. Like, you know, and yeah, it was a good time. But there was somebody in our party who had a dog named Samwise. And this was a psychic dog, a psychic sentient dog who, I don't even know, like Samwise was straight up just like a member of the party, but Samwise was a dog. Samwise was a schnauzer, actually. And he was a dog that was obsessed with potatoes. And I never understood it. And he said it was a joke. But I am going to be so real when I say that I watched Lord of the Rings once and then I haven't revisited it, especially not as an adult that could actually like comprehend like, you know, real plot points and real storylines and things. So it is something that I eventually do really, really want to revisit and watch again. But The Hunger Games makes my life hard because I feel like every time I turn around, there's a new book or there's a new movie or there's a new something. And if there's one thing about me, if there's new Hunger Games out, I'm on it like white on rice. Like on it. I don't play when it comes to Suzanne Collins. I love that lady. I love her work as a writer. And as a, once upon a time, a little girl who wanted nothing more than to write a very big story, at some point, you know, in some capacity, I very much so just love everything that she does. And everything that she touches with her mind is brilliant. Have Hey set up in one of those blank borders of farm. Yeah, like, I am kind of waiting for that toy barn to come around because while I think it's ugly as hell, I also think that it's going to be kind of necessary for me to get the true, like, farm setup that I want. And as a Midwestern girl at heart, even though I'm transplanted to the West now, I need a chicken coop and I need a series of chickens, or I'm not going to feel safe or at home here. That's what I need to feel at home in the valley, is a gaggle of chickens. I know it's a gaggle of geese. Or, yeah, it is geese. Gaggle? Is that what it is? Do I know my groups of animals? Probably not. Probably not. I'll come back to this stuff eventually. It's not like I need it right now. I'm just going to make more crackers. These search bars have been such a blessing, y'all. Such a blessing. We needed that, and they delivered. They gave it to us. Took them long enough, but they did it. They did it. They showed up. Hey, babies to raise. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I need little chickies. I need them. Or at least I need, like, I wish the snippets, they look good. Don't get me wrong. And I've seen the chicken, I've done, like, a chicken setup with them. I saw one on Reddit, I think. And I kind of made my own version at one point. But they just look ever so slightly off. And it's in just such a way that I can't do it. Not about it. Okay, I am taking a sip. You guys can be proud of me. My goal is I'm not going to get off of here until I finish this energy drink. So I will be hanging out with y'all until I at least get this dang energy drink in my system. Plus, I don't think I really have any other plans today. And I don't know when my kid's coming home. My husband coordinated his adventure for today. His excursion. Okay, so if he says that line in the movie, though, that does make a lot more sense for why we had a random psychic dog that was obsessed with potatoes. Because at least that means it was just a reference. It was one big elaborate reference. Bought the first prequel not too long ago. Wait, haven't read it yet. Which one? The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes you bought but haven't read? Is that what you're saying to me? 64 degrees. That's so normal for us. Nearly midnight and 64 degrees. Oh my gosh, I ran out of coal again? Y'all. I'm keeping Kristoff in business. I guess now is a good time to go sell everything, huh? All right. So, hypothetically, I do have a question. And should I make it a poll? How many chests do you guys have in your storage system? Total. I mean, like, not necessarily breaking it up for the sake of any kind of organization or anything like that, because, like, I'm sure that you're gonna have open spaces that are empty in your chests because they're not ever gonna be like 100% full like that. But how many do you have in your setup? I'm curious, and I'm starting to map what I'm working on, and I want to know. I kind of think I should make a poll. Make a little chat poll, like for some ranges. That's what I'm going to do real quick, actually. And I'm also going to try this long click, because you guys were talking about it earlier, and I forgot the last time that I came down, and now I'm curious. So what do? Hold it down? Oh, shh! Oh, that was immediate. What? Oh, man. So wait a minute. So now, I'll be damned. Does it work on my controller? It does. What is this witchcraft? Oh, no. What? Oh my gosh, you guys. I love little things that make my life easier. Oh my goodness. I've been going stack for stack since day one, baby. Oh my goodness. What a fool. I'm like, I'm such a freaking idiot. Oh man, that's good. That's good though. Oh. Okay, well, on that note, that's hilarious. We have 58 grand in crackers. That's so crazy. Why would I have 58 grand? Could you imagine having $58,000 in assets? Those assets are all crackers. Combination of wheat and rice crackers, but crackers nonetheless. And missing him already, I wouldn't say like, not that I don't not miss my, I feel like I'm saying this wrong. I definitely miss my baby. Like, I always miss him if he's not with me. I love him and like, I always want to be around him. But it is quiet, it is peaceful, and I haven't wiped a butt in 4 hours. So, actually, I'm going to need way more than that. I don't know why I think that like 400 coal is going to do anything when I'm literally looking at like 800 wheat. Um, but anyhow, I think it's just quiet. And I think when you are a parent, quiet becomes like, or something that I've noticed at least. And I'm not to speak for every person by any means whatsoever. But something I have come to notice is that when there's quiet, that usually means something is wrong. Like, normally noise is good. If I hear laughing, giggling, then like, I know my kid's happy. If I hear, like him crunching and munching, well, I know he's eating. If I hear him, like clanking around, yeah, it might be loud and it might be annoying at times, but like, I know he's playing. So even if my eyes aren't physically on him because I'm doing household chores or, doing literally anything like as a human being in my own right, then I feel like the noise has just become like, I know he's good and he's safe if I can hear the noise. So when it's like super quiet like it is right now because all the kiddos are all together, all with their great grandparents right now, it's like there's no kids in the house at all. And there's normally like 12 people that live here. So there's other adults in the house right now, just all the kids are gone. So it's like quiet and it's all peaceful. Okay. I'm adjusting my system real quick. Okay. Okay, that is not warm for midnight, Weasley. Get out of here. I don't know what state specifically you're actually from, but all I have to say is that is not warm for midnight. That's like an average midnight around here. I mean, it is warm for midnight in many areas, but it's not for what I'm used to. I guess is what I'm saying. That's like crisp. That's a It's a nice midnight, but I would not say it's a warm midnight. It was like 85 degrees at midnight here last summer. Oh my gosh. Oh. It was rough. Okay, not as many as most of you, still relatively new, 50 to 60-ish chests. I think I have 35 right now in the house, outside no clue. Make one or five and drop it wherever you're at. Okay, I mean, fair. Honestly, I thought that this game was gonna be like other games. I didn't know how the chest worked for the sake of like counting it for crafting. So I was afraid to take anything uh out of my house. Like, I wouldn't remove any of my chests out of my house. I also liked the concept of being able to easily access my stuff no matter where I was, like in in other bio or not other biomes, other like islands, lands, like in Eternity Isle or in the Storybook Vale. So like not in the main valley, but elsewhere. I would just move my house around with me, almost like moving my entire storage system with me. So I think that that's something that that I do like the convenience of that, but I also feel like there's so much space and so much freedom for building an outdoor storage. I just didn't think that I trusted it for such a long time. It wasn't until Mr. Left Shark was like, girl, look at mine, and I'm fine. I swear I'm fine. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I was like, okay, that I actually started thinking about my storage system. But if you want me to be completely honest with you, I part of the reason why I was debating on waiting is because I peeped those CozyCeto walls in the dev update, and I'm gonna need those, and I'm gonna need those for my storage system, because can you imagine pretty white walls, like the oh my gosh, it's gonna be so freaking pretty, all the pink flowers everywhere. Like I'm gonna be over the moon when I see it all finally done up. But I do know that that's something that I'm gonna have to wait for those for if I want to go for that look and that route. But I also know that that means that I'm going to probably have to wait longer than I would like to, which of course is less than ideal, but you do what you got to do. Okay. All right. What is that? Like 250-ish? 250 more? And then we'll refill my, I think, yeah, after this, we'll take a break from the cooking and we'll go refill my I have like 400 plots that I just took down, at least, or 500. I don't know, I'll count before I go. I might just reset the whole freaking farm, to be honest with you. Wait, what are we, no thank you about? Did I miss something? Hold on. Oh, are you talking about the 85-degree midnight? Is that what you're on about? Because, I mean, yes, I agree with you. Also, that's when you see them big spiders that are, like, out for your soul. And they, like, want you dead. And they're, like, waiting outside of your house, on the side of your house, like, creeping around the corner. There was one night I walked outside, okay? And I walk outside, and I turn, and I'm minding my business, and I'm walking, you know. It's a fairly okay area to be outside, like, chilling at night. It's not, like, there shouldn't be anything that comes to get me. Like, the worst I should be facing is a coyote. Like, I live in the middle of nowhere. But that doesn't mean that you can't get jump scared by spiders the size of your hand. Yeah, there's no protection from that. Nobody's coming to save you or save me or save any of us. They're just out there waiting to ambush you, hanging out on the side of your house. So I thought that was pretty insane. That's probably been the hardest adjustment of moving across the country, is that, like, what do you mean you guys have bugs that should not be alive and you just let them live and then run around and be free? Oh no, thank you. Oh no, thank you. Spiders of any size scare you? Yeah, okay, so, like, we're on the same wavelength there. Like, I love snakes. And that's the crazy thing, too, is that when I was a kid, I used to pick up gardener snakes out of the yard. But a daddy longlegs is going to send me to oblivion. Like, I'm going to scream, I'm going to cry, I'm going to run. It's going to be a disaster. I do not get down with the spideys. My morals is that if you have more than 8 legs or more than 6 legs, you gotta get the out, you know? Like, you just gotta go. You gotta get gone. Same energy for, like, centipedes, millipedes, all that. Nope. Also, gotta go. Bye-bye. Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. At first I was like, what do you mean? Like, what's gross? And then I was like, oh, wait, 85 degrees at night? No, that, yeah, people do find that to be pretty gross. It's definitely not for everyone. I am probably a little bit insane. I think I myself am the giant spider because I like the heat. I like the dark. I don't like the cold or the winter or the wet, honestly. Like I'm not a rain girly either. I don't do it. I'm actually admittedly very soft when it comes to how I live my life and bugs and external influences and things like that. My when I was growing up, I was the oldest daughter. And so while I had like a lot of trauma from that, I also had a lot of people constantly trying to like pamper me in ways that weren't always welcomed, but I did absolutely play it up when it came to spiders. I did not go camping. I always got out of it. I did not do any of like the yard work stuff. Like I always found a way to get out of it. Like I just do not I've not ever been a big outdoorsy person. I love being outdoors if I'm on like a beach or if I'm somewhere where the buggies can't touch me. I just don't like being touched by bugs. Like camping is actually the worst thing ever. Do I have, you know what I just thought about? Oh, I guess I gave them all out, didn't I? I guess I did. I don't know why I thought I had one more cupcake to give out. What do I need to do? What do I need to buy? Seeds, but for what? What do I actually need to replenish now? I just go through this menu right here in any cooking station to check and see what I need to plant or what I need to forage because it just shows you nicely your count, like your total counts for all of your cooking ingredients. Little pro tip, if you don't feel like going through and looking at everything and then counting between the stacks and doing math, I feel like there's no easier way to do it. Very organized in a kitchen on every room. For the storage DLCs in the main house, I have a general storage, gems, flowers for main rift in time. Storybook Veil is much grind. Kids swing the daddy long legs around and throw them on each other. No! Absolutely not. You better, that's diabolical. That is no. Unacceptable. No. You better be throwing them away from me, not on me. Oh gosh, I think I would have cried. Love everything where it is. Took long. Grind will be next DLC. Yeah, okay, so like I see what 200. Wait a minute, hold on. I missed the part where I missed the one message where it said 288. Hannah, what the heck? 288 large chests. They use Dreamlight for all my storage rooms, so Valley and the DLCs. Oh my gosh. And yeah, I did know that the player house is the same on all three maps. That is why I did an internal storage? An internal storage. Inside storage. Indoors. That's why it was in there. Because then I could just move around my same house and the same storage system from, place to place to place to place. And it seemed like a great idea, except for now I hate it and I feel limited and I feel constricted. And I frankly don't want to be indoors any more than I have to be in this game. I want to be outdoors. I want to be exploring. I want to be doing literally anything but that. So hopefully, you know what? What in the world? I didn't even look at my vegetables. I just looked at the fruits and then I just kind of accepted it and moved on. Eggplants. Mmm. Eggplants. Yams and turnips. Where does one acquire yam and turnip seeds? It's been so long since I've got those. I know eggplants are just like right up here. But I don't... Turnips and yams, eh? Why am I doing this? Yam and turnip is Eternity Isle. Heard. Heard, and heard. Oh my gosh. Hi, Cress. Hello. Welcome in. I popped in to your stream earlier, right before I started mine. But I had to be kind of quick about it because I was also in the process of setting up. But it was nice to listen to while I was getting my page set up. Yeah, no, that is like insane on the Dreamlight grinding. And it's insane just... That's so many chests. I'm thinking about how much just space in general that we need to take up. Well, that just seems like so much. I guess I probably don't want that many. I only want 50. I'll make this one of my corner crops. Oh, I guess I probably still need... I keep forgetting that I did... My squares this time are actually full hundreds instead of being 50s, because for the longest time they were 50s. So I did, I would do like 2 5x5s next to each other and like parallel, and then it would be like the same crop. So I would do 50 rounds at a time. But now I'm on 100 crop cycles. So I always buy not enough seeds, and I need to get better about it. I also need to finish that snowman. Don't even look at him. Actually, ignore him. Don't shame my snowman, my headless snowman. Gotta be quicker than that, Mr. Left Shark. Not the mods racing. Oh, yeah. So just so you know, all of the shout out commands are on a delay. So like if multiple mods hit them at the same time, you guys won't get spammed in chat with like 500 of the same shout out. So, I mean, you guys could all race every time if you wanted to. Only one of you will be able to trigger it at any given time. And then you'll have to wait, I think, like 5 minutes to do it again. Okay, I always need more cotton, so of course that's going to be one of them. And then where in Eternity Isle? Are they just like on the docks? Maybe. I hope. Sees. Hello, Lainey. Welcome in. I need to get your chat command set up, friend. I've been catching more and more of your content, and I keep meaning to set it up, and I just haven't been back in the bot since Tanny so kindly helped me set it up. Those are yam seeds? Question mark? Yeah, they are. Ayo. Let's go. Okay, that's one problem. Yams, turnips. If I was a turnip, where would I grow? A grassland. Possibly? This is going to be wrong, isn't it? Oh, it's going to be so wrong. It's going to be somewhere random as hell, like the desert. I'm like fully prepared for it. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. Like, where is everything? This is why I don't come over here anymore. Like, I took down some of my decorations that I did have over here, and then ever since then, it's just been. I just, like, don't want to be over here. I want the stuff that came from here, but I don't want to physically be here. If I'm going to be spending my time in the valley, I want to be in the main valley, or I want to be in Storybook Vale. I don't. Where? Oh, there it is. I don't know. I just ran right past it like a moron. Hidden Goofy stalls. Oh my gosh, Mr. Left Shark. Yeah, you don't have yours either. I was waiting till you got your Twitch set up and everything, so then I could make it your Twitch link, even though I don't actually use Twitch like a real person. I'll still give you the shout outs over on the Twitch. I just don't use the Twitch. Wow, look at that. Okay, can we go back? I got a little bit carried away with doing all of my storage rooms differently, and each valley has a different floor in my main house, so 3 floors for storage. But I think the thing that kills me about that entire concept is that means you have 288 chests on only 3 floors of your house. And that's like a lot. Like, that seems like a lot, you know? I don't know. Also, my little memories. I'm so happy. So proud of us. I think this is definitely one of the better memory stashes that I've had so far, so it is feeling pretty nice to know that I'm gonna have a easier time, hopefully, this season with the memory gatherings. It's so much easier to check chat while I'm planting and harvesting. Didn't use the Aladdin chest, it was the Dreamlight ones. You haven't leveled up most of your characters in case DLC is ever delayed on updates and you have something to do. Yeah. I mean, hey, that's the way to go. That is the way to go. How's the prepping going? Failing at it? Palia has taken your life? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've heard so many good things about Palia, but I've never touched it. Admittedly, I haven't gotten on once. I haven't looked at it. I haven't downloaded it. I will not be influenced to download it. I don't have space in my brain to fall in love with another game. And from everything that I've heard, I think I would fall in love with it. So I'm avoiding it more so for my own sanity there. I think that I need to not get obsessed with another game, especially because, so if you don't already know this about me, I guess we're just keto lore dropping while we're prepping for this update. It really is all about the Forgotten and getting into our lore this season, I guess. But while I have you, I am the biggest fangirl for Moonlighter. Like I could not have created a more perfect game. This game, Dreamlight Valley, is definitely my love language when it comes to the way that I'm able to create art and express myself. And, you know, I get really into the gameplay loops and I find them very calming. But if you talk about a game that I feel like is just art and brings together every single aspect that I would personally put in a dream video game, it's Moonlighter. And they just released the teaser for and the demo for the second one. And when I tell you that I am like shaking with excitement, like I'm physically shaking with excitement. So I'm like, I need it to come out. I need to be able to play it. But there's that one, and then Moonlight Peaks from dang, why am I blanking on the studio name all of a sudden? I literally follow them on socials and everything. Oh my gosh. Snap. Let me open it. I can open Discord on my phone really quick while I'm doing this, actually. Because I'm in their server. Oh, I need energy. Eat, girl. Okay, back to the work. Back to the work at hand. There's yams to plant. Um, Little Chicken, but they are not a American company. But they are. Uh, what do you call it? It is like a cozy game, and it's like a little cozy thing, and it's like a vampire life sim, farming sim. Very cute, very mythical. So I'm excited. There's like a lot of exciting games coming out, and I feel like in the list of priorities, even though Palia looks adorable and great and like something I definitely want to try eventually somewhere down the line, I just feel like I don't have the capacity for a game like that right now. What is Moonlighter? So, Moonlighter is a game that is a roguelike first and foremost. Then, on the other side of it, it's kind of a blend between a shop sim and a dungeon crawler. It is so fun. I highly suggest checking it out. If you guys are interested, actually, if you guys want to see me completely just nerd out and probably have an unbridled joy for gaming that you've never seen, because Dreamlight Valley is like, I don't know how to explain it. If you think of something that you're good at and you like it because you feel like you're productive and you feel like you're good at something and like you can get stuff done and knock stuff out, that's like Dreamlight for me. I feel like part of the reason why I enjoy this so much is because I feel like I can get on here and tangibly see how much progress I've made towards either working on a project or, you know, working on a dream snap or something of the sorts. I can see my progress. But with roguelikes, you almost lose that ability to track your progress in such a way, because every time you die or every time that you run out of energy or do whatever, you restart and you basically go back to square one. And certain things will stay the same and certain things you can permanently upgrade, but the entire general premise of it is that you're constantly doing these new different runs. And I love that replayability. I love that like high stakes, almost high stress environment, even though I also love cozy gaming. But that's my jam. That's where I feel like I get in my zone. I might make a might make a stream for that one day. I was thinking about doing like a variety stream where we just play different stuff every week. Scheduling in a little something something where we take a break from Dreamlight and dive into the chaos of something else. And if we, you know, catch something that has our attention, we can keep a series rolling and like play multiple weeks of the same thing. Or if we want to switch it up and do something else entirely, we could do that too. I wonder I wonder what the timing on this weather is when it's supposed to switch, because my weather feels so random these days. I don't think I've heard really anything about Tales of the Shire. Also, Cress, I hope you have the best lurk, and I hope you enjoy your dinner if you are still around to hear. And if not, I still hope you do. I just also hope that you receive my well wishes. Dang, everyone's excited for Tales from the Shire to come out. It seems like we've got a whole little Tales from the Shire fan club. The other game, like, I'm trying to think, what have I been playing, like, super recently when I'm not streaming, not doing DLV shenanigans? Oh, Blueprints? Absolutely 10 out of 10. I beat it. That game was so fun. I won't give any spoilers because it's just one of those games that I think you actually lose part of the experience when you look things up and like spoil it. But if you are looking for a challenging puzzle game that has that roguelike atmosphere to it where things are always shifting and changing and you don't get the same run twice, highly suggest checking it out if you haven't yet. But Blueprints, another great game. I beat that one with my kiddo, actually. When I'm putting him down for bed at night, sometimes I will play something and he likes to watch since he has like a big TV that's usually used for like ambiance stuff in our room. And before I put on like just the chill jazz music or whatever for the night, I'll put on a game and he likes to watch, but his favorites to watch are like Stardew. He really likes listening to the Stardew music to fall asleep. But he really fell in love with Moonlighter, fell in love with Blueprints. And it's like a puzzle chamber, escape room, who done it, like all wrapped up into one. It's super cool and super deep and super just detailed. I love the craftsmanship of the puzzles. I feel like there were actual new and unique puzzles, but they were easy to understand in a way like you may not know what you need to do or how to solve it, but you understand the premise and you don't have to go like jumping through hoops to break broken system or to fix broken systems or like find the one answer that does work. It very much so rewards creativity and rewards outside of the box solutions, and I love that in a puzzle game. I feel like too many of them like to railroad you to like one distinct conclusion, and that's not the types of puzzle games that I like to play. So I like how much freedom you have while still obviously needing to do the puzzles. And I like that it's marketed, and it's true that you do not have to, there is no one puzzle that is absolutely mandatory for completion of the game. There's at least 2 ways to get to or get around everything. So if you are like bashing your head into a brick wall over any specific puzzle, you just leave it. You literally just abandon it and move on. And like, you just call it quits. You say, okay, F this puzzle, on to the next. And then you go find one that's a little bit easier or makes a little bit more sense to your brain. And then you'll find that some puzzles actually give you keys and hints and clues and help to other puzzles. So then a puzzle that may have seemed absolutely impossible on the first like run through could be something that's one of the easiest puzzles that you always try to run at. Like there's one room that has a lot of like symbols that you have to learn, and they encourage you to write things down and like keep your own notes and things like that. But when I was looking for all the symbols, those puzzles seemed impossible and I would always skip them. But once I got all the symbols and I knew what everything meant, and it was easy for me to just look at my notebook and, you know, 1-to-1 match stuff, those were the easiest puzzles for me to do anytime, anywhere, because they were always the same symbols, just differently. Not heard of Tales of the Shire. It's basically life sim, play as a hobbit. Decorating has no grid. Awesome cooking mechanic, out July 29th. That's the day before my birthday. I am gonna break people's hearts when I say that if I don't have the option to be a hot elf lady in the forest, I'm probably not gonna play. If I'm playing as a hobbit, I'm uninterested. You lost me. Pegasus Blueprints looks hard. It looks way harder than it is once you get in there and start piecing things together, because when you first walk in, like, I mean, they do a really good job that you're a 14-year-old kid showing up to this estate with a letter of inheritance and like no real knowledge. You haven't been here in like 10 years. You have very little memories. You know, the last time you were here, you were super young, and it was like for summer vacation, and like you weren't here for very long. So they do a really good job of making you feel just like that super lost, super confused, it's almost eerie too. Or adulting. Adulting is not gaming. Okay, like honestly, I think that everything can be a game and gaming can be everything. But that's just a me thing. Maybe I'm crazy. I mean, like I've gamified everything. Like everything's a game in this house. But that's what happens when you are a gamer, married to a gamer, born to gamers, who has siblings who are gamers, and cousins who are gamers, and uncles who are gamers, and the entire family likes to get on the game. Like, I think this is actually like a gamer's dream family. Because when I tell you that everyone gets it and everyone has their games, and there's such a respect across genres too. Like, some people like their fighting games. I like my cozy games, and I like my roguelikes and my shooters and things like that. My husband's into his roguelikes and his shooters and his single player story games and different things like that. He likes the action or what are they? Action RPGs? I don't know. He's in there playing Expedition 33 right now while I'm streaming. He's doing New Game Plus on Expedition 33. He just beat it not too long ago. He said it was really, really good. I haven't played it. I probably won't play it. It's another one I don't think I have time to fall in love with. And at this point, I think that's the biggest thing keeping me away from certain games is that it's not that I'm avoiding them because I think they're bad or because I think anything negative of them. It's almost that I think that they're going to be too good and they're going to take up too much of my brain space. And I can't afford to give them that brain space. But I know it'll be something that happens whether I like it or not. So I'm almost like saving myself the pain of having to either split my time, overstress myself, or turn gaming into like legit work where I feel like I'm just trying to knock a bunch of boxes off the checklist and not actually enjoy the games I'm playing. They are more understanding, exactly. Like, I mean, it's so true. I mean, well, when I'm streaming or I'm doing anything like that, I mean, when I started my content, they do a really good job of like my entire in-laws side, like my entire husband's family is like super supportive actually. Like they were more supportive than my family when I told them that I was doing this. And I told them it was like more of a hobby thing, should it become something that I make money doing and I don't, and when I'm looking at going back to work for like as my kid gets older, which I wouldn't be at that point quite yet anyway. But when I'm getting there and I'm looking at income and going back to work and doing all of these things, would it be nice to be able to stay home and continue to create content for y'all in whatever capacity that looks like? Yeah, for sure. Like that would be super, super cool. But at the same time, gaming has been a huge passion of mine for so many years. And it's something that brought me way closer to my stepdad when I was growing up. It's something that brought me closer to my cousins when I was growing up. Because some of my cousins are gamers, though the gaming does not run in my family quite as strong. And yeah, like they weren't not supportive. They just don't really like get it like that. I mean, my stepdad does. He he literally makes gaming videos on TikTok. It's super cute. But he does he likes his games as well, and he got me into gaming. He's the one that put Skyrim in my hands when I was like 12 years old and had me fighting dragons and crying, literally crying because I I was like, I know I have to get him because I can't get to where I have to go, but I don't want to kill him. He's just a baby. Meanwhile, the baby is a dragon the size of like an entire wing of the castle who's trying to burn the entire village and its children and real babies. But he's just a baby. He don't know any better. It's not his fault that his breath is hot. So, I mean, my love of gaming has been well instilled in me. Just the rest of my family doesn't really legitimize it. And both of my sisters are more, um, well, I can't say both of my sisters. The one that's closer in age to me is like my mini me. My other sister, though, the younger one, is like my mom's carbon copy in personality and interests and things like that. So she's always like, I don't understand what you guys are on about with your gaming. And then she's like, come on, let's go shopping, to my other sister. And then me and the middle child, and my stepdad would stay home, and we would all get on like Minecraft and play together. While my other sister would be dragged on the errands. We always used to make fun of her and tell her it was her own fault for cozying up to mom. That's how she ended up getting dragged along. And then she would get mad too, because if it was fun errands, quote unquote, whatever that meant, then apparently my mom only picked me to come. But I remember all the errands that I think that she thought were fun were the ones where we got snacks after. But I don't know if she remembers that I had to like help adults move items, like heavy items. Like there would be times that I would go with my mom because they needed an extra person to help pick up a side of a table. And so clearly I would go. I was 10 years older than them. It would make sense for me to go, and then, you know, my sisters to stay with the person that's not helping move. Oh, goodness. And then they would be like, why does she get all the fun snacks? Why don't we get snacks when we run errands? And then my mom ends up exposing them because she would say that they got all kinds of like toys and different stuff while they were out that I never complained about, and that's why I got my desserts every once in a while. Oh man, my childhood was a trip. But I've always had a little bit of gamer in me. I've always been kind of like the weird one in my family, that I liked the weird stuff, I guess. Well, I say weird for my family. Like, I was super into Pokemon, and like nobody even knew what a Pokemon was. My like grandma argued with me about animals versus Pokemon for hours. My cousins were like World of Warcraft gamers, so like we were not the same. And then my younger sister is now 12 and 10. The 12-year-old is Roblox obsessed, and the 10-year-old would rather be caught dead than on a video game because it's not cool. It's lame. That's what she says. She goes, y'all are lame. She'll literally hop on Discord on my sister's account and be like, y'all are lame. I'm like, and you're so mean to us. But hey, that's just proof that it doesn't matter how much of an age gap you have. Sisters are always going to be sisters. I don't care if she's 12 years younger than me. I'm still going to treat her like she's my sister. I don't care if I'm a whole grown adult with a child. She's still my sister, and I'm still going to bully her a little bit because she bullies me too. And are you really siblings if you're not like either verbally or physically assaulting one another and having your parents just yelling your names constantly? I feel like that's the telltale sign that you're real life siblings and not fakesy siblings, you know? Some of those Pokemon look like they're ripped right out of the real world. Okay, but like, my grandma was arguing with me because she thought it was like a religious thing. She thought it was like, and I quote, and like no hate to anyone's belief system whatsoever. But her whole thing was that she told me that they looked like demonic retellings of God's creatures, referring to animals on the planet. So she was saying that what Pokemon were like people making animals demonic. So it was like very different than just like being like, what the heck is this? And being confused. But she also didn't have any concept whatsoever of what they were. And I think that the lack of knowledge is part of what contributed to the fear, because I kept trying to explain to her that they were just like cartoons. It's no different than like Mickey Mouse not being a real mouse, but like Disney was fine. What the heck? No, don't eat my tomatoes. No, not the tomatoes. No. Okay, well. Tell me you have a problem without telling me you have a problem. I'll go first. I accidentally ate some tomatoes, and so I had to even out the 50 stacks. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. I'll be here. I don't know. I'll be here. All right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get these watered. I think I should be about solid. We're going to do a final memory count. We're going to see what our numbers look like. And then I'm going to see if there's anything last minute I need to do. Actually, I do know what I still needed to do. I need to go check my shops. So once we make sure that the full farm has been reset, we're going to just run around to all my shops, and then we'll probably close out the stream here in the next like 20-30 minutes or so. But that should be plenty of time for us to get everything situated. It's a sibling law. Exactly. You get it. It is the sibling law. No matter how many years are between you, you still act like siblings. I mean, I know somebody who had like an even crazier age gap with one of their brothers. So the brother was the dad's like child that he had when he was in high school, okay, with like a completely different woman. And then like she had like two siblings that were her mom's. And she was, oh, I guess I can take all this stuff down with me. Lovely. But she had just like the one brother that was like way, way older. And he was like my mom's age. And they still like picked on each other like they were siblings that were 2 years apart. Unbothered. Did not care. Not a care in the world. They were so quick to pick on one another. They did not care that each other was half or twice of their age. Not a care was given or considered. They were always so brutal. And it was crazy too, because like they were almost more brutal with it. Like I almost think like the further the age gap, the more like intense the sibling rivalry gets. Coming out of lurk mode to say that I have a huge age gap of 13 years. I've been called a big back from my 9-year-old sibling for having 18,000. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, okay, chill. So we're like the same in that regard. Like for sure we're the same in that regard, because my my sisters, they're 9 and 12 years, and that's literally all they do. All they're trying to do is call me names, not call me games. All they're doing is trying to play games and call me names. Because I told my one sister, who's about to be taller than me, which I don't even want to talk about that right now, but I straight up told her, I said, look, I do not care how old you are. I do not care how tall you are. What I do care about is that those kneecaps be bending the same way. So if I hit you in the back of one, you're still falling to the floor. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how old you are. And I said, remember that all those pressure points, I taught you. I taught you while we were wrestling, while we were playing around and being wild. So if you don't think that I can't pull up with those same pressure points and knock your little self on the ground, you got another thing coming, kiddo. I love her so much, though. She's literally my mini-me. Like, she's my freaking mini-me now. But me and the older one are definitely the ones that square up the most. But it's funny because she's also the one that I think if I squared up with my youngest sister, I would actually hurt her, and that's the difference, and that's why it's okay for me to square up with the older one. It's not even about the age gap. It's literally about their safety. My younger sister is like, she's one of those people. Oh, guys, we're gonna finally get the croquet. We're gonna get the croquet garden. I got the first one a couple days ago, and this is the second one. Yay! Oh, I'm doing a dance. I'm doing a dance. You can't see it, but I'm doing a dance. Oh, I'm so excited. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That literally just made my whole freaking day. Now I feel like I can end stream happy. Like, I'm not just gonna like rant. That would be funny. It would be so funny if I said that and then I just ended stream. What an... Oh, man. But that is so freaking exciting. I have been waiting for that for a minute, and like my shop has been an unkind soul lately. Like, I've just been getting the worst luck with these. As you can see, I had one new item. I mean, it was a great one new item, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. But, like, I'm only getting like one, maybe two. And it's booty cheeks. It is complete booty cheeks. I know. At last. It has me thinking of that song. You know what I'm talking about? I can't sing very well anymore. I sin too much. Not sing, sin too much. For my voice to still be as good as it once was. Oh, schnapps. Okay, just put those tables right next to each other, I guess. I think I already have all the stuff, honestly. What I'm excited for is to see if we get any new Scrooge clothing in next update. What about y'all? Like, what would you like to see? What do you think would be, like, fair game for Scrooge clothing? Because obviously we know... Ooh, another one. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, snaps. I think I already have this. Oh, I don't. Guys, 3 new items today. We still have one more shop. Yeah, I haven't had very good luck, like, at all. Oh. Oh, guys, it's the last one. What a full circle moment, because when I first logged on, he was not about it. Oh, snap. And we're even done with the farming biz, so I don't even need him for the sake of... I don't need Wally for the sake of farming. Oh, yeah. Where's the best place to get shiny gems? If I was a shiny gem, where would I be? Because now I feel obligated to finish this, because we literally started the Parks Fest on stream, and then we got time gated, and now I didn't even plan this, but look at that. The timing just worked out perfectly. He was ready. He said, hey guys, you're missing something. You're missing the end of this quest. I guess probably, yeah, the sunlit would probably be best. You know what I need to do? I need to get this guy a dang in a rock. Megan! What you mean in a rock? I would hope it's in a rock. I would hope it's not just like, I don't know, in the ocean. Oh, that's child's play. All right, get your duck butt No, I have stuff to give you. Take this. Learn a new skill. If you're gonna make me run around and do all this, you're gonna give me extras, bro. We ain't playing this. If you want me mining and hanging out with you, buddy, you best be gettins to goins. Gettins to contributins. Finally got something new out of 3 shops for the first time in several weeks. It was a yellow market awning. Oh, I got that one. I think I got that one pretty early, actually. I don't know why, but sometimes I get really good shop luck and sometimes I get really shitty shop luck, just to be so frank with you. I mean, like, there have been times that I feel like no matter what I do, I'm just doomed to get the same stuff on repeat. But then there's other times that out of nowhere I'll end up with like a whole new top floor. And I'm like, excuse me? You didn't want to balance? Nowhere? No? Cool, great, thanks. Yes, oh my goodness. It is super late, is it not? What, it's like 11:30 across the pond, I think. Or at least that's England's time, I'm pretty sure. I think it's about 11:30. That is pretty late. And I know it's a Friday night, but like Friday? Saturday? Saturday night. But you don't have to get too wild. 1:30? Is my math bad? I thought it was 8 hour. I guess. I mean, I know there's other time zones in Europe. Maybe I'm just thinking of the the GMT time zone, because that's the one that normally gets equated to planning for EU. Like when I'm planning for timing wise and thinking about what that looks like for all my friends over yonder, I do definitely have it off if it is later than like 11:30, 12:30. I also need all these crystals so bad. I know I'm gonna need more, what's it called? The stuff that's on my pickaxe or right now. Elixirs. I don't know why that word was escaping me. But elixirs. I'm gonna need more. Or I'm gonna have a very unfun time trying to complete this star path situation. I think I haven't done a star path without potions and vacuums in like at least 6 months. I frankly don't know that I know how to do a star path without using all my little cheaty tools. But I worked hard for my cheaty tools. I have an uncomfortable amount of time in this game. But you know when, like, they say that after you have a kid, like, you don't sleep, and, like, some of it's the anxiety of just, like, having this whole new tiny person that you have to take care of. Yeah, for me, it turned into a lot of sleepless nights playing Dreamlight Valley. And I ended up grinding so much. I had so much stuff just sitting around for months on months, and I didn't even have to really do any kind of grinding or anything like that. I just got to casually meander the quests. All right, I think that was it. Dang. Yeah, no, my like sense of time is just whack. Oh my gosh. I can't breathe. Ugh, my nose. Ugh. Oh my gosh, it burns. Oh, give me a sec, dude. 1 second, y'all. Sorry, I wanted to like blow my nose. I got like a weird feeling in my sinus and then my eyes started watering and I like couldn't see anything and like I just got like a terrible like burning stinging feeling like deep in my sinuses. Oh gosh, that was awful. And I still can't see because there's like tears in my eyes now. Wow. Oh, my bad, y'all. I guess my body just decided to quit there for a second. I guess all the staring at the screen or something, my sinuses were like, yo, no, stop that. So, what I was gonna test is did I get the. Like, can I craft the bucket now? Because I really did not read the end of that quest. To be so real, I'd be button mashing through my dialogue. And then I go back and I read the dialogue from the files. I cannot be bothered. And it's probably terrible of me, but did I get rid of all of my crafting station? I did not. All this building and I didn't put crafting to who does that? Who makes whole builds and doesn't put the crafting stations in? Apparently me. I just want to see if I can make a bucket. Man, I didn't think it was going to be that deep. I just wanted to make the darn thingy. Thingy for my stuff and the, didn't want it to be serious. Oh, it's fine, actually. Slay. Yes. Yes. Oh. Oh. Y'all, we're done. That's the last one. That was the last one. It's gonna go through. It'll roll the credits, but yay! We are done with Parks Fest. We are done with Parks Fest. And I am excited about that. Oh my gosh, and like from his account, double like. Oh man, are we close? Oh, mine says 28 right now. Can we get to 30 before it's over? Can we? Can we do that? Can you guys, is it possible? At least I get to get to mostly end it on a good note with all of you in the stream. Yeah, insomnia is definitely a wild thing. For sure, for sure. Hate when it burns in your nose. Yeah, isn't it like the worst? It's such a random like 30! We did it! We hit that light goal! Woo, 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 woo! Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Like, go smash. Just in time, too. And if you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure to go ahead and do that. We are gearing up for a ton of fun in Update 17. I'm super excited. And I'm very ready to see everything that comes our way. So you guys already know I'm going to be on it with the leaks. We're going to have Dream Snap leaks back on the channel. We're going to have Dream Snap discussions back. We're going to be doing more voting showcases, more Dream Snaps. Hopefully, we will hit our 2,000 subscriber goal because that is what I am waiting on to launch memberships. And then once we do that, one of the features that's going to be coming to memberships, I have decided now, this is officially coming your way very soon. We are going to be doing, it's going to be members only content, but we will be doing a build video each week on the behind the scenes of my Dream Snaps. And I'm gonna do some of them as lives. We'll do one live a week, and then or not a week, we'll do one live a month, and then we'll do 3 or however it works out with the timing, like roughly 1 out of every 4 will be live. And then the other ones are going to be more like edited, pre-recorded, speed build type formats. And I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Of course, all of like the tips and tricks videos and the things that are more like knowledge for the community, widespread like that, are going to always stay free to view on my channel. I will never paywall any kind of like tips and tricks videos. That is not something that I feel morally good about. So that is something that I can promise would never happen. But I definitely will be putting some more like design type content. I am looking at getting a face cam. I know, I feel crazy even thinking about it, but I am looking at getting a face cam. And when that happens, then we are going to be working on getting that set up, and then we'll have members only streams with my face on them. And that's gonna be terrifying, y'all. I have terrible anxiety about my appearance since having my child. Like, I can be confident all day long. I can talk. But then, like, I just get hella anxious. And it's not even like I get anxious about people judging me necessarily, because I know I'm just a person. But it makes me nervous. I don't know. People can be really rude, and I feel like all it would take is one person saying the wrong thing, and that would be the last you guys ever saw my face. I would be hiding in my cavern for eternity. Y'all would never miss me. Oh my gosh. Yes. Discord is amazing. We have a great growing Discord community. It is pretty quiet still, but I am always looking to liven it up. So if you want to come bring your joy and bring your chatter to the cavern in the Discord, you are always welcome to do so. All of you. I love getting to chat with you guys there. I am definitely a bit of a night owl. So I love getting to chat with you guys later at night when I'm not necessarily in full-on work mode and I'm just chilling and just a person. But yeah. Yes, and yes. I think that is going to about do us, though. We accomplished a lot. We did. We got the whole farm reset. We got a extra quest knocked out, which is great because that was our last one for our last bucket to finish out Parks Fest with only 3 days to spare. So that is a perfect little way to wrap up everything and really tie together our live streams for this season. We are going to be launching the weekly schedule for content on Monday. in lieu of the update or in lieu of the leaks video that normally happens on that day. And I'm going to be talking about just kind of where we're going to be going from here with the channel. Some of what we just talked about with the memberships, a lot of new content that I haven't necessarily shared, and you'll get to see everything exactly how it's going to look, some roadmap type stuff for things that I want to implement or changes that I want to overhaul. I'm excited. We have a lot to do. We have a very exciting summer before us. We've got an update in 3 days. Scrooge and I just got rich quick with pumpkins, and Wally helped us out. The Beast did nothing but obscure the surroundings and stand in the middle. I had a blast. Let's see if we can't find somebody to go raid. Let's see if we can't raid somebody. Raise somebody. I don't know why I'm like so sing-songy today. I just like, I feel it in my soul. It's crazy that I'm sing-songy on a day where I can barely breathe, so don't know. Ooh, I don't think anybody's online. I'm not seeing. I think I'm the only one around. Oh snap. Guess we're not going to go catch anyone. But that's fine. I can still give y'all a little, I'll give y'all a little formal outro then. We'll go stand in the middle and I'll do my whole shebang. It's been real. It's been fun. I'll catch you in the next one. But until then, toodles!